On December 17, 2025, a paper published in Proceedings of the Royal Society revealed that pumas in Argentina have drastically changed their diet and begun preying on Magellanic penguins. As is well known, the puma is a solitary animal whose range extends from Canada in the north to South America in the south. Within its range, it preys on more than 200 species. In Patagonia, Argentina, pumas traditionally hunted terrestrial animals such as guanacos. When wild prey declined, they also targeted sheep raised by humans. Penguins, by contrast, usually live on nearshore islands, where terrestrial predators are scarce. Why have these two species, which once had no interaction, now become predator and prey? Even more strangely, the pumas that feed on penguins have undergone major behavioral changes. Once strictly solitary and intolerant of other pumas, they now tolerate the presence of conspecifics nearby. After discovering this unusual phenomenon, researchers conducted years of investigation and found that humans have played an extremely important role. Pumas return and unexpectedly encounter penguins. Put simply, all these changes are linked to the puma's near disappearance and subsequent population boom. In the 20th century, local sheep herders hunted and drove away pumas to protect their livestock. This top predator soon became nearly extinct in the region. During the puma's absence, other animals, including Magellanic penguins, lived free from predation pressure. During an exploration, Magellanic penguins found a safer and better breeding site on the coastal mainland. They then colonized the area and settled there to breed. Over time, their population grew steadily and now numbers around 40,000 pairs. Meanwhile, humans also took action. After the pumas vanished, Monte National Park was established near the coast in 2004 to help restore puma populations. Argentina's wildlife conservation efforts proved highly successful. The puma, once nearly wiped out, now has an estimated density of 13 individuals per 100 square kilometers. With more top predators and more penguins, their habitat overlap for 6 months each year, from September to March, the penguin breeding season. Faced with such abundant and easily accessible prey, pumas adapted. At first, researchers assumed only individual pumas hunted penguins. However, after years of fieldwork, including camera traps and GPS collaring, they found that many pumas had become skilled at killing penguins. For most of the year, these pumas behave normally. Each occupies its own territory, preys on guanacos, and avoids others. But during the penguin breeding season, they gather at penguin colonies to feed on the less dangerous, easier prey. Because penguins are so numerous, pumas do not need to compete for food. As a result, they no longer 排斥 one another and are more tolerant of their own kind. Conclusion. In a sense, the fluctuation in puma numbers was entirely caused by human activity, first hunting, then conservation. Yet the unintended victims are the penguins, which are the ones being killed. Many people feel sorry for the penguins and fear they could be eaten to extinction. However, researchers say there is no cause for concern. The penguin population is currently stable and even increasing, so puma predation is unlikely to have a severe impact. Moreover, penguins are not naive. Once they recognize pumas as a major threat, they will likely return to their original breeding grounds. Even a small change in nature can affect the entire ecosystem. For this reason, researchers will continue